out your pitchforks and torches. Time for tonight's Worst Persons in the World, brought to you by Gold Panic, the official sponsor of Glenn Beck's desecration of the memory of Martin Luther King, coming 2 months from today, August 28th. Listen to Beck blame black people from the same steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Blacks don't own Martin Luther King, Beck said today. Dr. King may have had a dream, but Mr. Beck has a whole series of hallucinations. The bronze to U.S. Magazine, that's Us Magazine, and every other gossip sheet that simply repeated this tripe. Thursday, it reported that my friend Jason Bateman, quote, outraged 2,000 people. It's an outrage! Thursday, when he cut in line to get a new iPhone at a Los Angeles Apple store. Everyone literally started booing and hissing, the source tells usmagazine.com. Yeah, not exactly. To my knowledge, only 2 people did any reporting on this. One was a blogger named Jessica Costello, who's one of those web examiners. She got this statement from the Apple store in question at the Grove in Los Angeles. He was in line at 6 a.m. like everyone else who wanted the iPhone. Yes, the article was correct in that he was taken out of line by an Apple employee, but what they failed to mention in all these stories is that the paparazzi had spotted him first and swarmed him like bees in an angry hive. As he was not able to find cover from this, or he'd lose his spot in line like anyone else would, we quickly decided that this was unfair to one of our customers and offered to extract him from the frenzy. Inside the store, he was given no special treatment. He is one of our regular customers who is here even when there isn't an iPhone launch. There was some booing, apparently, of the paparazzi who also annoyed the crowd and the neighborhood at 6 in the morning. And Jason booed himself. He gets confused. Just remember, when you read crap like this in places like Us Weekly, it is usually made up. The runner-up Tea Party candidate Sharon Angle still running for the Senate from Nevada, or whichever planet she's actually from. Now on the lunatic fringe website ResistNet, she has reiterated her solution for the BP disaster. I was just saying we are over-regulating some of our industries, and of course the oil and petroleum industry is one of those we've been over-regulating, and that is what has been dependent on foreign oil. So that's the kind of thing we need to do with all our natural resources. Make sure that the government isn't over-regulating those industries and causing them to be outsourced. Because clearly BP's fatal fire in Texas City and the fatal explosion at Deepwater Horizon are the result of over-regulation of those American companies like British Petroleum. Nitwit. But our winner, yes, Sister Sarah. You've by now heard about the gaffe fest that was her speech at Cal State Stanislaus on Saturday. She said perhaps 100 things that brand her as a phony, but none is more symbolic of her imbecility, her corner-cutting, her downright endorsement of stupidity instead of intelligence than this one.
Because this is Reagan country. And, yeah. And perhaps it was destiny that the man who went to California's Eureka College would become so woven within and interlinked to the Golden State.
Eureka College is in Eureka, Illinois. Illinois, where Ronald Reagan was from. There is a town of Eureka in California, but it doesn't have a college. And Palin went to 3 different colleges, but doesn't have an education. Well, that woman is an idiot. The half-governor of Alaska, today's worst person, there you go again, in the world.